So this is my first journal. And these are the dates that I used it from. I have 2 pages in here that I'd like to share. This is one of the first art pages I ever did. I wrote a little poem with it, and I always really liked this planet because it looks like Yzma as a cat, an Emperor's New Groove. And then this page was always really special to me because I used the material from one of my grandmother's shirts. It had shoulder pads in it, and I took out the shoulder pads and it still had the material on it, so I used the material in my journal. And then the second journal I used is this one, and those are the dates I used it from. And this one has 3 pages. So this was a page I just used an extra comic book that I had, and I made a little pocket for some journaling. And then one thing that's common through my journals is I like to look up how to draw random things. I think it's important to stretch those muscles while also understanding that you're not going to get it perfect. And lastly, for this journal, I did a poem, and I took some newspaper and some paint and did that page. All right, this is my third journal. This journal has been through the ringer, and it started falling apart on me. So I have to tie it with a string. Those are my dates for this one. And this is something that a lot of people do. It's called blackout poetry. I thought it was really funny because I blacked out all the words except for damn. And the book was called Killer Smile. I believe it was a horse book. And then this is a drawing I did whenever we adopted our dog. We named her Tiger Lily, and I thought it would be fun to actually draw the flower. This is my 4th journal, and those are the dates. This one only has 1 page that I wanted to show. This was actually my boyfriend and I's 3-month anniversary, I believe. We did a little trip to Keller Point, and with a friend of mine, we had found this cool little log that you could sit on in a little opening, and we found it, and I just wrote the directions on how to get there. I don't know how accurate those are now. This is journal 5. Those are the dates. This journal is really special. This is a journal my parents gave me. They said that they just saw it and thought I'd like it. One of the pages I want to talk about is actually the first page in here. This was a ticket we went and saw Almost Maine at TCC Northwest, and we played rummy with my mom. It's the pattern of a blanket that was my grandmother's. I remember I decided to paint it because Alex was taking a nap in my room at my parents' place, and he was using this blanket, and I decided to paint it, and I really like that page. And then this page I really like. I directed a scene. I directed a scene for the student directing showcase. I decided to make a slate, I believe they're called, and I just made a little pocket out of it and put the program from the director showcase in that. All right, this is my 6th journal. This one is chunky. These are my dates for this one, and this one, believe it or not, only has 2 pages that I wanted to show. This is one of my favorites. I was gonna do florals throughout all of the letters, but I got lazy and I didn't do that. But dainty as fuck, obviously. And then this was just a fun little page. I think I got these little star confettis from an event, and I decided to just make a simple little page. It makes me happy when I look at it. Okay, let's move that one out of the way. This is my 7th, I believe. These are the dates for this one. This is just a fun page that I did. This is supposed to be a light bulb with a little planet in it and like a galaxy thing. And then this is one of my favorite quotes from a Mariana's Trench song. I like all the colors. This is a little drawing I did, and I wanted to get a tattoo of it. I call it my star globe, and then that is the drawing of it that the tattoo artist did before I got it tattooed. And then one of my favorite pages, we watched Mamma Mia a lot in a short span of time. So I decided to do a little page for it. I really like the little overalls, and I believe this is just watercolor. And I used different blues, a little bit of purple kind of tint. Yeah. All right, this is my 8th journal. There is the dates for that. This is just a fun page I made with magazine pages, and it has a quote from a song that I can't quite remember. Then this is a fun page. I really like the colors in the back, the green and the yellow, and then this comes out and it's just a bunch of little doodles I made. Cacti. And then this is a page where I put the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I have some children's books that I like to take illustrations out of to put in my journal. And I put the little part of the book where it says I'm late for a very important date. And this flips out and it was my schedule for that 2 weeks it looks like, which I thought was pretty funny. And then my 9th journal. This one's really fun. This is just a notebook that I got from Staples, I believe. I just got a pack of them, but I actually decorated this cover myself. I like to just put random patterns and stuff together just to see how they look. I really liked how it turned out. I really like doing Christmas pages or holiday pages. So this is one that I did. I just used a Christmas envelope that I had. I put a card in with a Christmas doily. And I really like how it turned out. Still kind of that cluttered look. And then, let's see. This is another fun page. I think that it's really easy to use anything that you get in your everyday life or adventures in journaling pages. So this is just a little headband thing that we got from the stock show, and I turned it into a pocket to put a journaling card in, which is actually the parking ticket that we had. And then this is when we went and got our Lego men, which we have a Lego account for. And then, let's see. This is just a page where I forgot to journal, which I think most people who journal have ran into this problem, and I decided to fill it just to kind of be funny. This was a very fun page. I like to just put random things together just to make an overall mood. This is when we went to the Scat Lounge. Just did some journaling. I really like keeping tickets of certain events. And you don't have to put too many things on a page to really make it stick out and instantly make you think of the event. This is when we watched Captain Marvel. I really liked it. Did some journaling on the back of this card that I put together. It's all set. Take out that other sticky. This is my 10th journal. And those are my dates for that one. This, I believe this illustration is from a Beezus and Ramona children's book that I had from my children's literature class. I specifically chose this and I even journaled about it. I decided to cut my own hair one day, and very fun. We'll never do it again though. And I thought that picture was very good description of how I felt. This is a really cool spread. This is when I actually collaborated with another poet on Instagram, and I decided to make a journal spread for our 2 poems. And I thought these look really good together. You can't really see them both at the same time with this angle, but just trust me on it. And then this is a Stranger Things spread. I decided to doodle some fun things from the show, and then a quote from Jonathan Byers, and then this is just some scrapbook paper that I decided to do the alphabet on, like in season 1. This is the 11th journal. This one has a lot more stickies on it. You can't really see, but those are my dates. October 7th, 2019 to April 10th, 2020. So I had this one for quite a while. This was a spread I did for things we watched Halloween time. And then I had a film book for a class that I took, and I just circled Halloween movies. And then this is just a fun page that I did. Don't be afraid to be more than what others think you are. And I always love this because I cut out of scrapbook paper, but pumpkins and pumpkins, ghost, ghost, bat, bat. Thought that was quite good. This is a page I did. My boyfriend Alex and I, we wrote poems about each other on Instagram because that's the kind of people we are. And this is just a page I did, and I wrote down those poems. That was really cute. And this was for our, I believe, 3rd anniversary. Yes. And I just had some sort of book had this nice background, and then I just decided I think this was a poem that I printed a picture out and posted over. This was, we decided to try and watch as many of the Oscar nominated movies as possible. And so I put all of the movie tickets right there. This was a Valentine's Day card that I made for Valentine's Day at my work. And on the inside of it, I wrote, "Have a perfect Valentine's Day." This was a page that I put on my Instagram stories. It was a little page of stickers that my mom had that had a bunch of different Disney characters on it. And right around the time that quarantine started, I decided to try and watch all of the movies. I successfully did, and then I just used the stickers to add to the house from Up. So they're kind of like the balloons. This was when we watched Onward, and certain movies like this really just make me want to doodle. So, and I have the Instagram handles for people that I got inspiration from that had also drawn the characters. So yeah, and then I drew the the stick that they have, and wrote Onward and wrote about the movie. This is when I decided to attempt to draw our dog Tiggy, or Tiger Lily. It's really hard to do brindle, but I tried, and I pretty successfully got her ears down. She tends to have one ear up. And then I wasn't sure what I was going to end this journal on. I decided to end it on one of the things that always makes me laugh, which is the Easy Bake Coven picture, because it kills me. So I drew it. All right, for journal 12, I chose a small one. I got this in a pack of 3 from an artist that I really like on Instagram. It's Ghostly. And I only have one page from this one. I've shown a lot of them on my Instagram stories though. But this is just, I got a little fortune that says you will learn the value of a kind word. And there's a bee card that I got from Kindred Coffee a couple years ago that I always keep in my wallet that I really like. And it says you're noticed. So I thought that would be cute to draw. And then the last journal I've completed is this one. And these are my dates for this one. This one does have a couple as well that I wanted to show. This was a spread I did for my birthday. I just put some fun things in it. A lot of these are printables from, she used to go by Little Bindi on YouTube, and she just has printables that you can buy on her Etsy shop. This was KT Canvas's, it's just a little piece that came with her mail, but this is just a spread I did for my birthday. And then this is a spread I did. We did take a trip, just Alex and I, to Broken Bow. I just wrote about it, did some tip-ins, just some fun stuff, that good stuff. I really like journaling about the adventures we go on, the traveling we do. Another one we did is us and some friends, we went to Glen Rose and we ended up going to Dinosaur World, and I really like how this page turned out. I got some images, as well as this is the map from the park, and then I bought these stickers from, I believe, Hobby Lobby that were the dinosaurs with clear background, so I thought it created a really cool effect on that page. And the last one for this is actually when we celebrated Alex's birthday. We went to the Texas Discovery Gardens, and they have a butterfly house, which is really, really neat. And one thing I love about this page is the spray paints. I used the Distress sprays, and I really liked how it turned out. They do bleed through a little bit, but nothing too bad, at least not on this style of journal. I really want to get more colors for it so I can try them a little bit more. And of course, this is the journal that has all the stickers on it. And then this is the journal I'm currently in, which I might do a flip through of whenever I'm actually done with it. But one page that I really liked was this page, just magazine clipping and a poem, and then another clipping that I just tucked a page into. And that is it. That is all of my journals so far.